Hi, welcome back to the channel. Saturday the 22nd March 2025, quite late in the day, back at the Etihad. Thought I'd have a look around when it's a bit quiet. Was here on Thursday. I didn't put a video out. I was here on a Sisk, I think it's Open Doors it's called, event on site, where they basically talk about the build, and it's also for young people who are looking for a career in the building trade, and you get a bit of a sort of insight into it, and you get to look at the site from, I'll show you where from up there, so you can look out over all of this. They asked that we didn't share anything on social media, and not any pictures from that viewing platform. We can take pictures from the ground before we went up there, but nothing from there, and not to really talk about what they was telling us, which is fair enough. So I can't, but I will put a few little images along the corner from on the ground.
Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at where we're up to. Just my luck, it looks like it's going to rain now I'm here. So we've got another two, yep, another two big trusses there waiting to go. Well, I've got the chance. We'll see if anything's written on these boxes. Can't see it on this little thing. I'll get a bit closer. Everyone keeps asking what is on them. Nothing obvious I can see. Just seeing that. So it's nice when the site's empty and we can have a little bit closer look. So we'll have a close-up of the crane. You can see where they've sealed the fish plates. Obviously going to have top layers of paint on. I'll go up and look at those in a minute. So not a great deal to see on the roof. Now this roof reminds me very much of how Everton done theirs. It was a lot of layers after that first one. Then bits like this went down. Then I think it was insulation before more sort of batten things and more roofing materials. If it is the same as Everton's, it's a lot of layers. Let's go and have a look at the cap in place. There you can see the amount of bolts they had to put in. I think I can share this bit from the meeting. They did explain, someone did ask why it went up what happened when it went up that first time and then had to come down. And basically they tried to fix as many as these plates on rather than have to do them, I think he said it was 60 something meters in the air, rather than fix all these 60 meters up in the air on a scaffold, they tried to do as many as they could on the ground to just save men working on scaffolding, and it did quite work out as you see. And then they got it right the second time, and then obviously the third time with this one it was straight on. So all the fears of it didn't fit and whatever wasn't true. See if we can see anything down. So I don't think, is there any roof trusses this side at the moment? Yep, well they end pieces. No, look like they are trusses. Sorry, if I'm making you dizzy, let's have a look at there. You can have some close-ups of all the steelwork. So then you can see the amount of nuts and bolts that they have to put in. I wonder if anyone knows that figure. How many sort of go into a job in total. Let's have a look at the temporary bit. Just spin round. A lot of tower scaffold. So a lot of people comment how amazing it is to see them. They put that sort of pin in that end, and then this end sort of just drops into place. Is a credit to all the engineers and planners. Of course, there's going to be cables onto here, which will then go onto the new roof. I have seen the eyes for them somewhere. there, I believe. I say then that cable net you can see there will remain, obviously without the supports holding the roof up, because the roof is going when the season finishes. They will take over the sort of stadium, so they can have cranes, etc. on the pitch. As you can see, that's where they need to be, this end. Right, we'll go and have a look at the other side of the hotel. It's just started to rain a bit, so we'll get a bit of a move on. And ask if I could get a close-up of the sails and the panels. So just move around the other side. I believe there's on the side of the... Sorry, I'm going to have to get higher. I can't keep the drone in view. Yeah, down here they've started I think that's the internal, the cladding on the inside of the stand. So we can have a quick look at these roof joists. We'll come back through this way. It's starting to rain, so I am going to have to wrap it up. So while I can, I'll shortcut across here. Get it all back into view, and I'll leave it there. I'll do a few visits this week, not so regular as the last week or so, when there was lots going on. Be waiting for those roof trusses to be ready for lifting. Looks like them first two this sort of side are quite close. Then the next sort of big event will be when the season finishes in May and the roof starts coming down. So that'd be different footage, and it's expected they work a lot longer hours. So thank you to everyone for all the support, subscriptions, buy me a coffees, etc. Really is appreciated. Been amazing the support. Thank you to Sisk for the open doors event. I think it was, sorry, I'm not very good with names. I think it was Carl who sort of done the Q&A session, told us all about it. I did tell him who I was, and they do watch my videos. So that was nice to hear. So I'll wrap this one up and I will see you in a few days' time.